I want to say sometime during the summer of 2019, I began to feel as if my life was about to embark on some kind of major change. I can't pinpoint the exact moment that I started feeling this way, nor can I point out a specific situation when the change actually started happening. What I do know is that I started to find myself not feeling the need to socialize or be in the presence of unnecessary company. I found comfort of sorts in my own solitude. I began to think back over my life and paying a lot more attention to the tiny details within it. I I was in the army for pretty much most of my adult life and deployed in combat zones 6 times. I thought about the handful of times where I could have literally lost my life and the lack of accomplishments that I made at those different points in time. I thought about the close family and friends that transitioned to the next life. I even gave thought to the sense of peace that I made with my own mortality. Um, I wasn't afraid to die, but I was afraid of what would happen to my children if I did die. So I thought about the many times that my mental strength had been tested over the years and the struggles that I had to face. I thought about how I'm always described as strong by those who watched me deal with my struggles in life. When you're often described as strong, it has a way of becoming a millstone around your neck. How do you live up to your duty of being strong for others when you are struggling to just be strong for yourself? I I had to think about what it meant to be called strong. And I thought about being called strong while I know that I've had more than my fair share of weak moments. I think about the many times that I've cried alone in my bedroom, when I've fallen to my knees and cried out to any part of the universe or the spirit world that would stop moving long enough just to hear me out. I thought about how weak I really was, all while keeping up this tough exterior. There have been so many moments where I felt anything but strong, and yet this is the description that I've been labeled with. I ask myself if I'm some kind of fraud, projecting this happy persona all while I'm dying on the inside, displaying a stoic face in public when I know that it took almost an hour to talk myself out of getting out of the bed that morning. Then the words, "This is strength. You are still here and you are strong. You made it through the tough times, the deployments, the deaths, the long days, the lonely nights, not having a shoulder to lean on, not having enough money, not having a home of your own, not having a car to drive, not having electricity in the house, and so on and so forth. You made you made it through and still had enough in you to give yourself to those that you love and care about. You made a way when you couldn't see a clear path. You got to the places you needed to go. You were able to put food on the table when it was time to eat. And you pulled yourself out of that bed every single day and you moved on with your life. Strength is not always an action. Strength is your daily bravery. Strength is allowing yourself to feel. Strength is choosing kindness despite the fact that you're not receiving any. My strength taught me that I could make one of two choices. I could allow the weight of the world and all of my fears to completely crush me and leave my family vulnerable, or I could dig in my heels and pull myself up the mountain of life, never allowing any of my missteps or faults to force me to give up and stop climbing. There will always be moments when we feel our strength and our capacity to withstand those tough times is just not enough. In those moments, we have to choose to remember that we're not alone and that we're braver than we think. We also need to remember the life that we survived and just dig in our heels to climb the higher ground.